All right, today I'm talking about the top 10 must-have soldiers in Fortnite Save the World. I'm going to tell you right now, this is not 10. There are a lot of soldiers in the game that have overlapping properties, overlapping use cases, and I didn't want to flood this entire list with like the same two general topics, so it's going to be more like 18 heroes. Hope you don't mind. It's not going to be too bad, but I also want to say this is not a tier list. This is not a top 10 list in any specific order. These are just 10 recommended heroes that I feel like every player should have. If you're just starting the game or if you've been playing for years, this is my list. So again, no particular order. We're actually going to be starting in Fortnite mirrors. We are going to be starting with a less sexy pick, in my opinion. We're not going for damage. We're not going for anything crazy. We're going for Chaos Agent. Yeah, whenever you use an ability, he reloads your weapon. That might not sound like much, but with Phase Shift, if you're running an Outlander, you can reload effectively instantly. And if you're running a soldier, you can throw a grenade, which is very quick, or a shockwave, which is really quick, or a war cry, which is really quick, all of which are present in shotgun heroes, which we're going to be talking about very soon. I'm going to show my timeline here. This is going to be a little bright if you're in a dark room, fair warning, but Chaos Agent is available in dungeons. If you're curious about dungeons, it's available through about 40% of the year, and he's available through that quest line. I have been showing these heroes in the collection book so that you guys can see where they're available, but you don't need to voucher this hero. He's super easy to get for, 40% of the year. Moving on with the next soldier I want to talk about is a base game soldier. I'm so happy that she's base game because it's accessible to everybody. And I played through the tutorial with a friend a while recently, and I'm pretty sure Rescue Trooper Ramirez is like the first hero they give everybody. Regardless, super good hero even to the end game. She increases your assault and SMG damage bonus by 50%. That's a lot. She's pretty much the best support perk for that as well. Not exclusively, but she's really, really solid. If she's not in the lead, she should be in support. And the same thing goes for Shrapnel Headhunter. She is the exact same hero, but she's all the way down in the scavenger section. Both of these heroes are available in regular missions very often. They're available in base game llamas very often. If you're a day one player, you can get these heroes if you're lucky. I'm going to link Fortnite DB down below, by the way. This shows all of the missions on a daily basis, and I cover them in my daily video series, showcasing when stuff comes around. It's not every day we get something interesting, but it's most days. So Shrapnel Headhunter, same thing as Rescue Trooper. If she's not in the lead, she should be in support because shotguns are super strong, and you should take advantage of them. And then the third one I want to mention on the damage side of things is actually Redline Ramirez. You can find her in the road trip section. She's available right here. Sniper damage by 17% in support, and her lead is a little different. So it's not 50% damage bonus, but it's a fire rate bonus. She's almost always a support perk. Rabbit Raider's kind of better in the lead. We'll be talking about him very soon. You can get her with a voucher, or she's available during the road trip quest line. She'll be in the weekly shop. Timeline again in the description. Now, let's talk about the crit damage side of things. If you're not buffing damage, you're buffing crit damage. Tactical Assault Sledgehammer, same event stores, same season. He ups your crit damage by 225%. That's only when you crit, but most weapons with a crit rating perk are going to be critting 38% of the time. And 38% of this is a lot of damage. If you are using Totally Rockin' Out, you'll be critting more than 60% of the time on average, and he is hugely, hugely powerful. One of the strongest heroes in the entire game. Same deal as before. If he's not in the lead, he should absolutely be in support. One of the strongest heroes in the game. The next one I want to mention is Buckshot Raptor. He's basically the exact same hero for shotguns, and everybody in the game can get him. He is your collection book level 100 reward. So maybe not a day one player, but you should be unlocking him soon. Same deal. Shotguns are extremely, extremely strong in this game. I talk about the Huskbuster and the Ground Pounder all the time. You're probably seeing footage on screen. They are extremely powerful, and he makes them as powerful as they are alongside Totally Rockin' Out. Very, very good hero to have. And the last one, as mentioned, is Rabbit Raider Jonesy. He's available in the springtime event right here. He buffs your sniper critical damage, which might not sound like much. If you're a new player, you might not know this, but snipers are generally not that great in Save the World. Some are good, some are bad, but what we're talking about are bows. Bows are classed as snipers in this game. Now, bows are some of the best weapons in the game. Xenon Bow, Vacuum Tube Bow, Cloud Burst, Boom Bow, all of these are very, very strong. That's not even a comprehensive list. I'll link my best bows video in the description down below if you guys want to learn more, but increasing their crit damage is amazing. It's actually very, very strong. If you run him in the lead, that is the most damage you can do with a bow. In fact, in my best bow loadouts video, link to that down below, I've actually started recommending Rabbit Raider in the lead over Stoneheart Farah. She's not in the scope of today's video, but she's kind of our queen of bows, but he is so much more damage than her that you don't always need her. If you're already using the Xenon Bow or the Vacuum Tube Bow, you're going to have plenty of crowd clearing, and you're going to enjoy that extra damage from Rabbit Raider. Now, for these next couple of heroes, we're going to get back to big damage. The first one I want to talk about is Crackshot. He ups your damage in the lead by 2.9%. Oh, yeah, he stacks it 50 times. So that is a 145% damage bonus, which is amazing, especially if you pair that with a weapon like the Plasmatron 9000 or the Storm King Scourge. These are weapons that don't need to reload. They can take advantage of that infinitely. So long as you don't swap off your weapon to build or whatever, you can enjoy that damage bonus indefinitely. Even if you use a weapon like the Hacksaw, which has a 100 mag size, and you can increase that with heroes I'll be mentioning in this video, you can enjoy his bonus for a long, long time. Even if he's in support, it's still a 50% damage bonus in support. Granted, you need to stack up to that damage, so it's not everybody's favorite pick, but he's extremely strong if you can take advantage of him. Unfortunately, he is an event hero, and I'm not going to show you on the spreadsheet because he's actually available as I'm recording this during the Holly Jolly Ransom questline. You can go ahead and grab him. This is, again, in the timeline in the description if you guys aren't watching this during this event, but as of this video going live, he should be there. The other hero I want to mention is actually in the Cyberpunk section, Bulletstorm Jonesy. He's a very similar hero. Crackshot is hugely more damage in the lead. Bulletstorm gives you fire rate, which is technically damage output, but you're just shooting more bullets and reloading more often to get there. And if you're not using a reload weapon like the Scourge, you'll just be overheating faster, so you have to stop more often. I favor Crackshot in the lead every time, but Bulletstorm can stack with him in support. So Crackshot's giving you 145 when you're all stacked up, and he's going to add another 25 on top of that for a 170% constant damage bonus. That is a lot, and he's also a base game hero. Bulletstorm Jonesy is available in regular missions, base game llamas all the time, and if you can't wait, you can flux him. I don't recommend that because he's available almost every month, so he's actually really easy to get. You just have to wait a little while. Now, I mentioned those mag size heroes because in the springtime section, we've got Stars and Stripes Jonesy. He is my favorite mag size hero in the game, and if you're new to the game, you might read this and not really see him as a mag size hero. What happens is 24% of the time, your bullet just doesn't leave your magazine. It leaves your gun and it does damage to the enemies, but it saves you that ammo. It literally did not cost you ammo. So when it stays in your magazine, he can reapply. I'll save you the math. It's basically like a 31.7% increase to your mag size. So if you're shooting that 100 round hacksaw I was talking earlier, now it's basically 131 to 132 bullets. And you're getting those extra bullets out of thin air. So it saves you ammo at the same time. Super, super useful hero. I've been using him for a long, long time. Chaos Agent made me consider not using him because reloading quickly is insane, but having that extra mag size is super nice. Sometimes you don't even need a mag size perk. Now, he's an event hero, so if you want a mag size hero that's available 24/7, we have Liteshow Spitfire. There's one problem I have with him. Well, maybe two. 30% is less than 31.7. I've checked it like 6 times, and there's a quirk with this, where this mag size increase of 30% only applies to the base magazine size. So if your mag size is 100, he will add 130. If you throw a magazine perk on your hacksaw to bring it all the way up to 175 bullets, you now have 205 bullets, because he's still only adding 30. Assault ammo recovery applies to all the bullets you fire, so it's actually a lot higher of a number. Maybe the editor can put a number, but that's a lot less effective, Liteshow Spitfire. However, though, he is a questline hero, so you can get him for free. No event, no time limitation. He's available forever. I have a second copy because I think I got him in like a birthday llama, but he's kind of your second pick if you don't have assault ammo recovery. Now, we're finally going to talk about one hero at a time, and that is Breakbeat Wildcat. She's awesome. Totally Rockin' Out is an amazing team perk available from Dennis Jr. He's a constructor, so he's outside of the scope of this video, but this team perk is insane. Upping your crit rating by a ton is a fantastic combo with the aforementioned heroes of Sledgehammer, Buckshot Raptor, and Rabbit Raider Jonesy, and having that increased crit rating is amazing, but you gotta activate it somehow, and with a hero like Breakbeat Wildcat, you could do so very easily. Eliminating 10 enemies in 9 seconds ups your damage and melee attack speed by significant amounts, and you don't even need the team perk to enjoy this. I put her in the support builds all the time when I'm not even running Totally Rockin' Out. And there's a weird synergy I want to talk about with the next hero. So she's just good in general. This can activate from traps, by the way, and drones and defenders. It's a really, really constant ability. I want to talk about Rex Jonesy in the historic section. He gives you 3% of your current health to weapon damage. It's not a lot, but the Blast from the Past team perk, which he and most other dinos give you, goes ahead and triples your health. So when you're tripling your health, if you're running a shotgun hero, you might have 2 million health. That's a lot of extra damage per bullet, and it still might not sound like that much. Okay, maybe it's like 60,000 extra damage. It's still not that impressive. Well, he's bugged and has been for a long time. It's only active once per second every time he adds that extra damage, but when you get a kill while using Saurian Might, it actually counts for 2 kills on Breakbeat Wildcat's cooldown. So if you slowly fire your weapon with Rex Jonesy, you can activate Battle Beat in 5 eliminations. That's never how it truly works out, but it is usually less than 10. So it's something to consider, and even besides that point, Rex Jonesy is very nice. In fact, that 3% bonus damage is enough to use in bow loadouts. It's actually more damage than the 15% extra damage you get from reloading from these heroes that you can see on screen. It's actually better than them, and it activates Battle Beat a little sooner, and it activates Blast from the Past. It's a really versatile hero, and one that you should definitely get. I also want to give a big warning on this hero. I'm going to pull up the spreadsheet one more time here to show you Rex Jonesy. So I'm just going to Control F this. He is only available for 1 week out of the entire year. So when he comes around on June 19th of 2024, or if you're watching this in the long time future, this spreadsheet gets updated, so just check the times then. He will be available for 7 days. Grab them while you can if you don't want to use a voucher. Now, we're going to be moving on from the dinos to abilities. Yeah, so Commando Spitfire. He is our favorite minigun loadout hero. He decreases the cooldown by 66% in the lead. If you use him, plus Sergeant Jonesy, who is not my main recommended hero in this video, but might as well bring him up because he's base game as well, he increases your duration by 5 seconds. If you're using Happy Holidays, which is an ability team perk that reduces the cooldown by 40%, you can get a 5-second cooldown. I break down all of this and more in my minigun loadout video, link down below. Battle Beat, by the way, improves the minigun damage on top of that. Super good hero in general, but back to Commando Spitfire. He reduces that cooldown by a lot, even in support, and that's why I'm talking about 2 heroes at once again because of Diecast Jonesy. Diecast Jonesy is available in the Blockbuster quest line you can see is in the llama shop during that season. He gives you a massive damage bonus, and it turns your minigun into energy, which makes it more effective versus elemental targets. If you're a newer player and you don't know how elements work, I'll link that video down below. You can definitely check it out. That'll explain everything, but even in support, increasing your minigun damage by 25% is huge. Really, really good hero, and you don't even need Diecast to take advantage of this. If you're still watching this with limited heroes, go on Commando from Commando Spitfire. That reduction is so much that he's so worth using. He's really good in Ventures missions, regular missions. Minigun is extremely strong. Great hero overall. One more base game hero I want to mention is Survivalist Jonesy. He is not my favorite hero because healing in this game can be done with campfires, healing pads, going coconuts. As I mentioned in my Outlander video, you can heal with Adrenaline Rush, totally rocking out. There are a lot of better ways to heal. But if you are, again, if you're a newer player or if you just don't have that many heroes, whatever your reasons are, he is kind of nice. In fact, even I use Survivalist from time to time because sometimes you just don't want to run around grabbing coconuts. Sometimes you don't have a bunch of traps and you just only need a bit of passive healing and he gets the job done. He's a base game hero that's available in regular missions and your upgrade llamas. You can get him whenever you want. And this healing over 3 seconds is kind of nice. It doesn't stack if you get a bunch of different kills. It's not going to heal you anymore if you get a bunch of different kills. It's got a lot of limitations, and 39 base health is not that much in the end game, but if you're an early game player, he will absolutely get the job done. Now, on the complete other side of things, the last hero I'm going to recommend is Fallen Love Ranger Jonesy. He gives you some of the best energy generation in the entire game. I'm looking at you, Fossil Southie. If you're using a loadout that is regularly getting eliminations, he is giving you his Commander perk in support. So you're getting 6 energy per second. Or at least that used to be the case. He recently got nerfed so that he's actually giving the appropriate amount of energy, which is 2 energy per second. It's not a lot. He is still one of the better passive energy generation heroes in the game. I'm still leaving him in this video for that reason, and the fact that I'm an optimist. I know Epic does listen to our opinions. We do get hero changes. I'm going to link the video down below where he was nerfed and a bunch of other changes happened as well. And because there is a chance that he might get changed in the future to give 6 energy per second in support and maybe even more in the lead, I'm still considering him one of the top recommended heroes. Again, he's definitely a third of what he used to be in support, and that is crushing, but he's still competitive with the other energy generation heroes in the game, and for that reason, I'm still saying that he's worth using. He makes a lot of loadouts possible, and I really, really like him. I can give you examples all day long, but Fallen Love Ranger Jonesy is a hero you definitely want to have whenever you need energy generation and an offensive loadout. So, there you go. There are 10 kind of soldiers that are really, really good that everybody should have. If you enjoyed this, feel free to subscribe, comment down below, let me know what you thought. Check out some of these recommended videos here at the end. I'll see you guys in the next one, and thanks for watching. person.
And then